I am maize. I was picked among other maize, and that is called isolation. I was actually conducted obituary for, though they call it planting, but that is called burial. Whereas other maize like myself were used for noble causes. Some were used as feed for animals. Some were used for bread, food, or exhibition. But for me, I was buried under the earth. Because I was buried alive, I suffocated, and then I realized that I went through another stage called disintegration. At the stage of disintegration, I realized that the outer layer of my body begins to peel off. Then the inner walls begin to crumble until life was eventually sucked out of me, and finally I died. And suddenly, life came into my dead state, and I started living again. The life started gaining strength and momentum, and it keeps growing and growing. And suddenly, the life under the earth crust has a big challenge of fighting through the darkness, the earth, and the debris that I was covered with. Guess what? Life came out of me, and suddenly I came out from the earth again. The stem began to expand on top, and my root began to gain more strength downward. And guess what? The same stem became another tree, and chaff began to come out, and more seeds began to come out. And then buyers began to come from far and near to buy the fruit of the new life that I've got. The same seed that was once isolated, buried, suffocated, and disintegrated becomes again the pride of time. I began to gain space, and I had dominion on the earth. And guess what? Life is restored back to me. That is exactly what reinvention is. The death of a seed is not the end of a seed, rather is the beginning of another life that is bigger than the previous life. Friends, you can actually reinvent yourself out of the current crisis.